Hello and welcome to the next video for Creative Quinning's Film Club. We're doing a bit on sound again today. We're looking at clip mics. Clip mics are basically these tiny little wee microphones that you use for capturing like people talking, whether it be like they're presenting something to maybe like to camera for a documentary piece if you're outside or indoors, like presenting to camera. Or if you're interviewing someone, they're really good because it's just the best way to get the clearest possible quality, and it's just most ideal compared to like boom poles or setting up a microphone. This is the clearest you can get. Now the way that they work is that they have this little clip here, a bit, and it opens out like this, and it basically the microphone just clips on. There's two wee bits here that you just push it on and it holds a microphone like that, and it's really simple. All you have to do is put it, with the person's permission of course, you got to put it up their shirt. I mean, you don't need to do it. I would generally just ask the person, can you put this up your shirt and pass it to me, and then once you have it you can clip it round about here. There we go. So once you have clipped it onto the side, you want to put it a little bit to the side on them so that it's getting the best quality possible. And it's the most discreet way for you to get someone's voice without any microphones out of the way. It's the best way to get the clearest possible you can. So all you've got is this little bit here, and a lot of time, just a wee bit, you don't want it right in the centre. You ideally want to put it a little bit to left, a little bit to right, somewhere where it's not going to get bashed by clothing. Or if they have a jacket, you can even clip it on and hide it just under the material. A lot of time as well, you see, especially if you're filming outdoors, you want to use these tiny. They normally come with a small pop filter, and that means you can put that just on top of it here, like so. Now you see them a lot of the time with these, just so that when someone's talking, when you pronounce words like that have p's in them and stuff like that, that means you produce more of a sort of a sound when you're talking. So ideally you want to always have a wee wind pop cover on, and it just helps with the quality. It does make it a little bit bigger, but it's so small anyway, and you can normally see it, that it doesn't really matter. With the kit that we have with the Creative Quinning group, we have 3.5mm jacks on our clip mic kits. Now this is good for if you want to film with. You can plug this directly into your phone to film the audio separately, or you can plug it into your camera, which means you don't have to sync the audio at all. You can plug it into your camera and just record it straight onto there. But ideally you want to work with either the Zoom recorders or your phone, because that's the easiest way. Obviously the Zoom recorder is better because you can play with levels and you can make it not peak at any point. So the Zoom HM1 has, I believe, a 3.5mm jack, which means you can plug straight into it with this. But the other Zooms, you will require one of these, which gives you an adapter straight into the sort of bigger sizes. This is the same as a guitar lead. So what you want to do is, when you're using it, you plug it into there, and that means you can use it with any Zoom, any kit. The microphones don't come with this. You have to ask for this separately if you are using if you need a bigger jack, but that's something to check when you're getting the kit out. Now I'm going to do a test right now so that you can see what it's like with camera's audio. Right now I'm currently using my Zoom that's pointing up, it's placed just down here below the camera, facing up towards me. Right now I'm going to swap to my camera's audio so that you can hear the difference between the two. Now this is a lot more tinny, and you can hear a lot more of the room with this microphone because it's just an over general microphone so that you can sync. It's not made to get the best sound. It's about a metre away from me, so you can hear the kind of distance and what kind of sound you're getting. It's just a lot tinnier than it should be. Now I'm going to plug this into the camera so that you can hear the difference and hear the complete clear cut quality that you get from these kind of microphones, and then you'll be able to tell why they're used in interviews and for pieces to camera, because they are far superior. Okay, so now this should all be working. This is the clip mic all set up. It's plugged directly into my camera, and as you can tell when I'm speaking, this is very clear. No matter if I was to move, if I was to stand up, well, watching I don't stand on the wires, if I stand up and go stand away and move around, it should stay consistent even if I move away out of shot. When I come back down, you'll still be able to hear me the exact same. This means you can do a lot of walking shots if your wires permit it. You can do really anything with this. It's obviously more ideal if you can just sit down, but you can be outside, inside, as long as you have this clip to you and you've got enough space. Sometimes you can even get kits that are wireless. That means you can just walk about and you have no worries at all. When you see presenters on stuff like Blue Peter and all that kind of stuff, they will have a wireless set that they can just walk around with, and it's got a receiver, and that's what they'll use to get their audio. So I'm going to show you a little bit about the levels and the menu that I use on my camera to set this up and show you what I've done to really get it all working. I'm going to do this on my secondary camera that I have. It won't be the exact same video quality, I don't think, but I'm going to show you exactly what I've done with my camera. Okay, so what I've got here now is I've got my DSLR. I'm going to show you how to set up your live feed to record your clip mic. So what I've got here is the 3.5mm jack with the extender. In the kit that I've got right now, I'm going to put the camera down for a second, but in the kit it has this little extension. I plugged it in before with just the direct wire, but it wasn't working, so you have to plug in the extension sometimes. If your kit isn't working, try plugging in all the wires, all the extension wires, to make it work. Sometimes the kits are just a bit like that and they require that. So what you want to do is you want to locate on your camera. On my, I have the Nikon D750, so what I look for is around the side here we have our mic and headphone jacks. So you just pull this bit back here, and you can directly put the microphone, clip mic, into there. This means we won't have to sync anything, it's just ready to go straight away. So when I turn on my menu here, now that you've plugged in your microphone, what you want to do is you've got all your menu stuff. I put my menu button here. You want to go down, you've got the photo shooting menu, you've got movie shooting, custom menu, setup menu, retouch, and my menu, all this kind of stuff, playback as well. You want to go to your movie shooting menu, go into it, you want to go past all of these ones obviously, and jump down to microphone sensitivity. On the Nikon it is, and on here you've got manual. You always want it on manual. There's no point having it in anything but manual because it always peaks when it's on auto. I've never had auto mic that works correctly, so you want to manually set it and test your microphone. You want to, I'm just going to pick up the microphone here, I'm going to get clip mic. So you always want to talk into it and give it a test. You want to make sure that I've got it set at 2 right now. It goes between, as you see over here, it says between 1 and 20. I've got it set to 2 right now, and when I have it on me, it goes to, you want to keep it below here. You don't want it going in here and clipping up there and going red. You want it to keep it there, and then that means you get the best possible mic quality that you can get, and you can have no clipping, no problems with your audio when you go in to get it. Now, when you click into, as you see, it goes yellow there, and then it goes red over here. That's when you know it's clipping. This red here, yellow's okay, but ideally you want to keep it in between the 12 and the 0. You want to kind of keep it there. When I go to live view and I go here, you can see that I have my settings set so that you can see the levels here. You always want to be able to see your levels, whether it's on a Zoom recorder and you're monitoring it or it's on your camera. You always want to see these levels here, and to do that you go, this is what your camera maybe looks like normally. It maybe has the grid along here. You want to click info button until maybe your camera has a grid like this. You want to click info, go past all of these until you see the levels. I've gone past it. But you want to see the levels so you can always monitor and make sure it's right, because sometimes something happens, there's maybe a buzz. You always want to call it out and just restart, make sure you've got your audio as good as possible, because audio makes a video and you want to make sure that you're doing it right. Okay, so hopefully now you know how to use a clip mic, how to get it all set up on your subject, and how to set it on your camera. If there's any questions, you can email Creative Kilwinning, but next time we'll look at the setup of a Zoom and how you can use that with different microphones, how to plug everything in, and the uses and different sort of ways that you can use one of them for a range of things, not only just like using it in film, which is what we will use it for, but the different sort of ways that you can use the Zoom, not just for film, but for different areas of sound. So hopefully you've enjoyed this one, and I'll see you in the next one.